Hello and what's up YouTube, Cliff B here. Oh my gosh, my nose hurts. Sorry guys, I have a cold, but the show must go on, and I am once again doing Minecraft on tech. Now as some of you guys may know, 4K gaming. Talked about a lot, but nobody's sure how much it is, how much it would cost to get in there. So I did some research, and came up basically a budget 4K build. Not really that much budget, but yeah, let's go into it. Okay, so starting off with the case, let me go back to so for the case, I chose the Cooler Master N600 case. It's about a mid-tower case, ATX. Costs like 90 bucks, has plenty of air vents in the front, top, side, anything rear, and bottom. So yeah, plenty of chances for air cooling, and like I said, 90 bucks. CPU, I went with an AMD A10 6790K for 130 bucks as a quad-core CPU. I think the base clock is 3.7, turbos up to 4 point something. No, it's 3.9, turbo up to 4.4. Yeah, this is last gen. The reason why I went with this is an FM2 socket, and like, right now, programs are barely optimized for dual core, so like, I didn't really see a purpose going to FX6 core and FX8 core, because there's nothing to take advantage of those extra cores, and it seemed like AMD is going to do more to like support the A series rather than FX series, so this makes sense. But if you want to upgrade, you can go with a 7990K, and I'll be upgraded one of this, and I'll be FM2 plus socket, and that'll cost about, I think, around $40 more, because it's about $170 for the next gen. Okay, motherboard. I went with the ASRock FM2A75-Pro 4 Plus. This is FM2 motherboard, so it does have backward compatibility with FM2 and FM1, I believe. It will support dual graphics, but the GPU I picked doesn't have that option. It does have 4 slots because it's ATX. It has HDMI and USB 3.1 ports, so all good there. For the RAM, I decided to go with ADATA XPG 16 gigabytes. That's a 2x8 set, dual channel. That's about 130 bucks. Do believe that's 1600 megahertz DDR3. So good RAM, and I wanted to go with American because why not? Next up, GPU FXX AMD R9 290X for 500 bucks. Very nice. It's a dual slot GPU card with 2 fans. Sorry about that. Dual fan, and it seemed to like 4K from the testing I've seen, so this is gonna be good for you. It'll probably do, I say, low to mids, averaging around 40 by its lonesome, and that's 40 frames per second, by the way. And when you play like at actual 4K, which is, oh my gosh, my nose is killing me. 1 minute, let me do the math real quick. So 1920 times 2 equals, so that'd be 3840 by where? 2160 or 2160p, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, sorry for the sniffing, guys. Summer cold, summer cold. Next, for power supply unit, I went with a Cooler Master SPM2 850 watts, 80 plus gold for 150 bucks. I went with Cooler Master, case Cooler Master, so I wanted the power supply to be Cooler Master, so I don't have to deal with compatibility issues, you know, size and whatnot. It's 80 plus gold, so it's going to be efficient in how it uses your power, which is very good, because at 850 watts, you will see on your power bill. And if you want to overclock this processor, well, yeah, you can overclock the processor and GPU. Well, you're gonna give it some. You want to give it some headroom. All right, moving on. For storage, I went with a Seagate ST2000 solid-state hybrid drive, 120. That's 2 terabytes of memory with I believe an 8 or 16 gigabyte caching drive. So yeah, and that hard drive runs at 7,200 RPMs. Okay. Next for CPU cooling, because as more games seem to be utilizing the CPU, I think Watch Dogs was very CPU heavy. So overclocking a CPU and getting a liquid cooler for it actually makes a bit of sense. So I'm going with this Cooler Master Sidon 120V for $50. It's a 120 millimeter cooler with a radiator on it. Pre-filled closed loop, so it's all done and ready for you to use. So that's good. For case cooler, I'm going with Corsair's Air Series SP120. That's 120 millimeter fans, 4 of them. Now these fans you can get a pack of 2s for I believe $28. So yeah, 4 of them would be 2 of those dual packs. That's gonna cost you $56. And like yeah, I'll tell you how to build this later. For OS, I'm going to go with Microsoft Windows 8.1 Update 1, 64 bits. That's going to cost you about $120. And for monitor, I'm going to go with the Samsung U28 D590D. That's a 28-inch 4K monitor. It's a TN paddle. What are you going to do? It does have a... Sorry guys, summer cold, but I have to record. I'm telling you, most of my orders is just gonna be me blowing my nose. Yeah, what was it? It has an 8-bit color frame with a 2-bit color refresh, so make it a 10 bits color, and that's gonna grand total up to $2,096 without tax or shipping. So be sure to include that when you're doing your shopping. Also, you might want to shop around for these parts, because I went with the average price I could find, and this was the average price. So around that much you're going to be spending if you want to go into 4K as light as possible. Now some of you might be going, that's a bit too high, and would like to, you know, maybe there's some stuff you can cut back on to get some savings here. Well, money saving tips. Instead of 8 gigabytes of RAM, I would say go with one 8 gigabyte stick of RAM, which usually costs around $75. This will save you around $55. Go with a 1 terabyte hard drive, which usually like are $68. So this will save you $52. Get one case fan. So yeah, so one of those Corsair Air Series SP120s will cost around $18 by its lonesome. So yeah, get one of those and save yourself $40. I'll explain that one why later. Get a free OS like Linux, Ubuntu, or SteamOS. Save yourself $120, and I'll give you a total saving of $267, which I forgot to include it, but that would be around total. I feel horrible right now. I'm sorry, guys. Savings will be 1 minute. Need to hand you that calculator. I know math. That would be around $1,829 with savings. Oh, one thing I forgot to include, well, didn't include actually, was like a mouse and keyboard as well as a headset or speakers, whatever. Because those are like little things actually that doesn't have to do much with 4K gaming, and those are your own personal choice, so whatever on those things. But yeah, guys. Another tip will just be, you know, wait it out, okay? Eventually 4K gaming and 4K gaming will go down. AMD's gonna replace the R9 series, so this price is gonna go down, and this price is gonna go down. So I say waiting will be your best way to save money, as well as what else? I say personally not caring about 4K gaming. Me myself, I'm gonna be like a guess 1K gamer, yeah, which is 1080p for quite a while. because I really don't see the appeal of 4K. But if you're a person who wants to go into 4K, well, here you go. This is a cheap as I can figure it out rig that's reasonably powerful enough to do 4K, like low to mid, I'm gonna say, and net you around like 40 to 50 frames per second in most games. Okay, if you want more performance, I would say take those savings over there, the 267 saving, add that to your GPU, which was like give you 767, and get yourself an AMD. So yeah, an AMD 7990. That is a dual GPU card. So that'll net you a bit more performance, maybe get you into the 60 frames per second. If you're one of those person who have to play 60 frames per second, you still will be playing at like low to mids if you want that type of mileage. But yeah. Anyway, the choice is yours. Like I said, wait it out. Okay, because these monitor prices will drop. Because right now, you have to remember when 4K first came out, the first monitor was like, what, 3,000 or some change? And then all of a sudden, like, I think a year or two down the line, they dropped to like the triple digits. So yeah, give 4K some time to drop before jumping on the bandwagon. But if you must jump on now, then as for this month, the month of June, this is how cheap it'll cost to get into 4K. So let that sink into your head. Not including things like the keyboard, mouse, and audio equipment. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to support the series and the channel. And you know, I would like a light for doing this with a horrible cold. Oh, I feel so terrible right now, little eye. But anyway, yeah. This was me telling you about the specs of the G1 4K Lite, which is what I'm calling this build. Unless you build it, then you can tell me whatever you want to call it. Because I don't have the money to build this. I would love to build this. Guys, think you can talk to Cooler Masters for me? Be like, hey, this is a really cool dude. Let's build a 4K machine using most of your parts, if not all your parts. And I guess AMD and guys over at ASRock and Seagate and Corsair. Well, don't really need Corsair, just need some case fans. But yeah. Yeah, this would be an interesting build. Anyway guys, I'm Cliffy, I'm signing out because this cold is killing me. Oh, freaking God, I hate colds so much. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna die over here.